Ever been in that situation where things were going great? You were texting, flirting, even made her laugh. Then out of nowhere, she pulls back, gets cold, starts replying with K, or worse, disappears completely, and you're left thinking, what did I do wrong? Here's the truth. Most of the time, it's not something obvious. It's not that you weren't tall enough, or rich enough, or said the wrong meme. It's usually one core issue. You made her the prize and lost your sense of self in the process. In this episode, I'll break down the psychology behind why women lose interest fast when they sense this shift. I'll share the exact moment I lost interest in someone who seemed perfect at first, and how attraction isn't about chasing. It's about holding your ground. If you've ever been ghosted, breadcrumbed, or just watched things fade out, this episode will help you. Spot the subtle mistake that kills interest. Understand why emotional overinvestment backfires. Learn how to stay centered in yourself without going alpha or cold. And shift from being the one chasing to being the one she wants more of. Let's talk about the moment interest flips and how to flip it back the healthy way. Let me tell you about a guy I once dated. We'll call him Ray. Ray was funny, like actually witty, and smart and sweet and totally into me. For the first couple of dates, I was hooked. He challenged me. He didn't try too hard. He had this effortless cool. But then something changed. Every time we talked, he'd fish for compliments. He'd text constantly, even when I hadn't replied yet. And if I didn't laugh at a joke, he'd double check. Too much? Sorry if that was lame. Bit by bit, he went from someone I admired to someone who seemed too focused on me. It felt like he stopped having his own world and started orbiting mine. And that's when the switch flipped. I didn't lose interest because of him. I lost interest because he lost himself. There's a moment in many early stage connections when attraction dies. Not because of something dramatic, but because of imbalance. Here's how it usually goes. You're confident, playful, focused on your life. She's intrigued. You have depth, direction, energy. She gives you signals, texts back, laughs, wants to hang out. And then you start putting her on a pedestal. You shift your focus from yourself to winning her. And that shift, even if subtle, is felt. Psychologists call this social value dissonance. It's when the balance between two people tips too far in one direction, and the attraction starts to collapse. She didn't change, you did. And her instincts picked up on it, even if she couldn't explain why. Let me say this as someone who's been that girl. When a guy starts acting like I'm the best thing that's ever happened to him after 2 dates, it doesn't feel flattering. It feels intense, overwhelming, and a little off. Because real attraction isn't about obsession, it's about mutual curiosity. When he stops being curious about life and becomes obsessed with me, the magic is gone. I don't want to be someone's oxygen. I want to be their adventure partner. Let's get deeper. What's really happening when you get too into her too fast? It's usually not about her. It's about fear. Fear of rejection, fear of being alone, fear that if you don't keep texting her, she'll disappear. This is often rooted in anxious attachment patterns, where you link your emotional safety to how someone else responds. So you overthink every message, try to perform to keep her interested, lose your emotional center. And here's the paradox. The more effort you put into trying to make her stay, the less she wants to. Because now it's not about connection, it's about control. Imagine you're hiring someone. You meet 2 candidates. Candidate A walks in, confident, sharp, shares his vision, asks you questions. You feel like he'd be a strong asset. Candidate B is super eager, Says, please hire me. I promise I'll work extra. I'll never be late. You won't regret it. Who do you respect more? Attraction works the same way. We like people who know their value, not people begging for approval. 5 rules to keep her interested. Stay rooted in your life. Keep your routines. Go to the gym, work on your goals, hang with your friends. Your life shouldn't shrink when she enters it. It should expand. Match energy, don't overcompensate. If she's taking 6 hours to reply, you don't need to double text her twice in the meantime. Match her pace, don't try to lead the entire dance. Be warm, but not available 24/7. Let her miss you, let the mystery breathe. 24/7 access feels smothering, not romantic. Reconnect with your masculine center. Masculine energy isn't about domination, it's about direction. Ask yourself, what am I building? Who am I becoming? When you're clear on that, women feel it. Don't perform, relate. Stop trying to impress her, start trying to understand her. Ask better questions, listen, bring your real opinions. That's what makes her lean in. Let me ask you this. Was there a time you felt someone lost interest and you started chasing harder? What do you think triggered it? Drop your experience in the comments. No shame, just awareness. We've all been there.